Alright, so today I wanted to highlight the range of CobraPin products for 2023. First one that we have is the CobraPin pinball controller, the main board. This can support 24 output coils, and then it can support 64 switches in a matrix plus 22 direct inputs, or you can have all 38 direct inputs. Additionally, you have two NeoPixel outputs for serial LEDs. There's fusing, there's power filtering that goes for the coil power supply as well as the LED power supply. So this handles your coils, your lights, and your switches, and then you use this in conjunction with a mini PC or some other device for the video and sound and high-level game logic. Shortly after the release of the CobraPin pinball controller, people identified that they wanted to control a lamp matrix, so I created this expansion board which supports a lamp matrix, 8 extra switches and 8 extra coils, and has fusing for both. You can use this on its own in a game or alongside the main board. There's no requirement that this has to be used in conjunction with the main board. Similarly, people were wanting more switches and maybe an extra LED output, so this has 23 switches. This is the satellite board, 23 switches, an LED output supporting 256 serial LEDs, and then 8 more coils as well, and fusing for both. Since the Fade Candy was discontinued a while back, people have been looking for a quick and easy way to support serial LEDs, and I'm always getting requests for more switch inputs. So recently I've created this board. I call it the Sweet LED. Basically you have 30 switch inputs and a serial LED output for 256 LEDs. The difference with this board versus the satellite or the main board is this doesn't have any fusing. This is just the logic level output. And all three of these boards, the main board, the expansion board, and the satellite board, they all run off of a little processor board. You can get these are commonly referred to as blue pill boards. They're STM32 F103 processors. I ended up designing and building my own just because I was buying so many of them, so it made sense to start procuring them myself. So I sell these as spares for the other boards, or you can just buy the blue pills on your own and program them yourself. I've also come up with a variety of lighting products. So I did another Kickstarter for these serial segment displays. So they're alphanumeric. I refer to them as NeoSeg displays for NeoPixel segments. And I have them in 8-digit and in 2-digit. The nice thing about these is you can daisy chain them together and mount them side by side, so you can create, with this 8-digit display, with 4 of them, you can create a 2x16 display or a 1x32 display. Some games only have space for in the cutout for 7 digits, so you can figure out a way to mount that in there and only have 7 digits showing. So I've seen somebody do this with a custom joust machine that only had 7 digits. They still mounted this in there and one of the digits was just covered up. So you can use this for ball or match display or for a playfield timer. I also have these serial LED sticks. So this is a panel of 50. You can see there, this is just one board here. We've got the serial LED, place to mount it, and then places to either solder with wires or solder on 3-pin connectors. So you just break these apart and use them as you need. Similarly, I have more boards that you break off. However, these come as a kit where you solder on this 8mm LED and then you can use this as GI that actually pokes above the playfield. So you can use this as RGB GI. I also have these star post LEDs. So these are thin boards that you mount under a star post, and it has 8 RGB LEDs, and so it makes for some neat effects that you can do, some swirling effects, flashing effects. And I like putting these right next to a flipper, on the post next to the flipper. It illuminates the flipper area, and you can get some interesting effects there. I've also been working on this 9 LED 3 light board. This is intended to go under a bank of targets, drop targets or stand-up targets. These are RGBW lights, so you can put these under inserts and have swirling and flashing effects under there, and it includes the white channel in addition to the RGB. And here I have some dual-use LED boards. These are intended to go in pop bumpers, modern pop bumpers, or under the dome lights. So you can use these in either application. So when you use them under the dome lights, you can get an effect that's similar to Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden, in the back right of the playfield, there's a dome that has LEDs around it. So you can use it like that, or you can use it in a pop bumper. You have to solder to this board with 4 wires. There's power, ground, and communication in and out. Thanks again for checking out the CobraPin products that I have for 2023, and I will see you next time.